Test, test, 1, 2. It's been a long weekend of hockey, but here we are Monday night at the Patriot Ice Center, where your Kennett Blue Demons are about to face off against the Archbishop Ryan Raiders. A pleasant good evening and welcome to our coverage of Kennett hockey. We've got a changeover in our cameraman position. Kevin Mott is traveling for work. We hope he's listening to us. Wish you well on your trip. And Stephen Hayes, graduate from last year, has stepped in to fill our camera person role. As usual, I've got Swith and Shortledge here with me, and I'm Ed Henry. It's been a long weekend of hockey, as I mentioned early on. Kennett had a game Friday. I know a lot of players are on travel teams, so they had games on Saturday and some on Sunday as well. We had our game last night, which was our senior recognition night. Again, congratulations to those 4 graduating seniors. And we've got a game tonight against Archbishop Ryan. This is the first of 4 meetings. And the league, in their infinite wisdom, has decided that we're going to play them 4 straight games. We have them tonight, and we have them again on Friday evening. I believe that's up at Iceline. Technically, it's another home game for Kennett. And then we play them at 2 away games, both a Monday and Friday at Northeast Skate Zone, which I know all of us are so looking forward to that travel twice in 1 week.
That's a resounding no, and I don't really see what could possibly be good about the 4th game after playing them three times in a row. The 4th game, I don't even know what to expect in that one.
Warm-ups, as you see, have completed. We'll jump over and go over our coach's keys to the game, brought to you by High Impact Fitness. rebound and forget yesterday. Yesterday was the third loss Kennett faced this season, and that was against the Oxford Hornets, a team they had beaten twice before this year. Last year they lost by a score of 3-1, and I know we mentioned it yesterday, and I think quite a few felt they played a little flat.
Yeah, I'd agree. And for those that weren't tuning in last night, I think Oxford's a tough matchup. There's not a lot of skill variance in their team. They have 9 kids who are all pretty good. So even though they're small, they're mighty. So it's a tough matchup.
Second key is still in control of their destiny. Kennett has the opportunity, depending on how they play these last 6 games of the season, to finish in first place. But it's completely up to them as whether or not they're a first or second place team. And finally, just back to some of the small things. I know, as we said, they were flat, but they played pretty sloppily last night. Just overskating plays, passes weren't what we've seen in the past. So hopefully they can find that and get back on the winning side of things tonight.
Well, Stephen, welcome to the broadcast. I hope you're better at this camera than you were at the fan cam last night.
It was a fun experiment. We're going to try that again at some point soon. I think we've worked out some of the technical bugs, but we'll see how that goes. Both teams have come out, about to get this game underway. Puck is down, and it has begun. It's nodded to Henry. Henry tries to outlet, ends up getting the shortledge. We'll feed it ahead. Colin Kelly finally gets to it and pushes it in. Ryan takes over. That's number 17, Connor LePay. Puck rolls in on net. Kind of sits there. Dangerous play there for Ryan. Knock it out of harm's way on the far side of the boards. From behind. Fed up there to number 2, Patrick Schubert. All the way through. It's tipped into the Kennett end, so no icing there. Cucinato will retrieve from behind his net. Cuts out in front. Moves through the neutral zone. Across center ice and all the way in. Puts on the brakes, tries to make the move. Puck knocked off of his stick behind. Shurwich there to assist. Up to the point, shot hits traffic in front. Batted up, hits the netting, and out of play, and we get our first whistle. Scratches for tonight for Kennett. Scratch number 2, Nate Kelly. I believe he's doing a college road tour tonight, so I think that he and his dad might be listening to us, probably on their way back. Scratch number 15, Nick Vitale. Scratch number 18, Braden Neiman. And number 67, Jonathan Tamman. The last 2, Braden and John, are out still under the weather. We wish them well and anxiously await their return to the lineup. Turnaround there in the corner. That was number 14, Patrick Mitchell of Ryan. Schillinger kept it into the point. Hanley tried to get a whack at that, but it's forced out the center ice. Heinzelman to retrieve. Up along the near side boards, it goes in. Lucas Mott on it. He can't stay with that, and he's ridden off the play. With 44, Blake Martinez for Ryan in on that. Fisher cuts through the slot, looking for some open space. He's ridden all the way around. Finally drops it for Heinzelman. Heinzelman will feed it down low for Ganley. Back to Heinzelman. Heinzelman tries to take the shot. That's blocked. Looking to go the other direction is number 25, Daniel Kern. Heinzelman gets behind him. They get tied up and both go down to the ice. Anthony Messino dumps it in behind the net.
I think the Archbishop Ryan player might be injured there in the corner.
So Kern is down on the ice. Coach coming out to check on him. Hopefully he's all right. 2 scratches tonight for Archbishop Ryan. Number 12, Stephen Quinn, and number 72, Patrick Foy.
Yeah, I think I'm expecting in tonight's game to Kennett to have more puck possession than they did last night. I feel like they were chasing the game a lot last night, meaning Oxford had the puck a fair amount. We were just kind of content to let them have it. We just didn't have the legs to go get it, but we should control the play here more tonight. So
I know I had a conversation with the one of the coaches for Ryan, and I know we talk about with a number of the teams how they have a few players who were superstars. Ryan has a couple players, but then on the flip side, they have a handful that are, I think I put it that they play hockey. They're not necessarily hockey players. especially when you consider so many players on a number of teams that this is their second team that they play for a travel club. So that always makes it hard when you have that kind of disparity on your lineup. Whistle there. Kennett will make some changes.
So it looks like, Kennett, looks like we have 3 lines, 9 forwards, 3 lines, and then 5 defensemen tonight. We're rolling with the
referee whistled that dead.
That's Drew Showers got a penalty right off the faceoff.
Oh, Showers is going to have a seat 2 minutes for roughing.
That's an uncommon penalty to get on a faceoff.
Yeah, I didn't realize what had happened. I thought that maybe it was a faceoff violation or something, but
I wasn't watching the faceoff closely, but he must have not tried to play the puck and just I guess he roughed him. Hence the roughing call.
So just over 14 and a half minutes to go here in this first period. Archbishop Ryan gets the first power play of the evening. Ryan wins that back, puts the puck in through traffic. Mott makes that save. Near side boards up to the point. Schubert shovels it back down low. Earhart gets it over to LePay. Fed out to the middle. Kelly got a stop on that. Active puck there, goes up and over the net. LePay circles around, tries to put it off a body. Kennett gets a stick on it, and they'll send it the length of the ice. Kennett will use that opportunity to make some player changes here on the penalty kill staff. Schillinger fans on that, all the way in. Gets the shot off. Earhart with a good opportunity there. DeWitt lost an edge, but gets back up and stays with it. He's got Colin Kelly with him, shorthanded. Kelly in the corner. He's got plenty of time there. Finally goes up to Heinzelman. Heinzelman tries to get it back to Kelly, but that's cut off by LePay. LePay on the puck. Puts it up through the neutral zone. Schillinger races in. Shortledge. The Ryan end. He'll just feather it down low. Martinez goes up the near side boards. Was looking for Roberts. Got by him, and Heinzelman will lift it back into their zone. Martinez moved it into the Kennett end. Heinzelman his first one to it. Feeds it out, gets it to Fisher. Fisher turns on the speed, tries to get over the blue line. Martinez had an active stick there. Down behind the net. Martinez back to the puck. Bouncing to center ice. Sino almost went in offsides, but came back out. They touched up and forced back to the neutral zone. Martinez rolls it around. Heinzelman after it with Messino behind him. Messino's able to pick that up and roll it down low. Schubert behind the net. Schillinger on him. Work it up the boards. Martinez put it back down. Schillinger to it. He'll backhand up for Mott. Mott will backhand all the way through looking for Ganley. He has to race over to it. Finally gets there. Tried to get it back to Fisher, but Fisher had already skated past where that puck was headed. To the blue line. They hesitate. Somehow get in off onsides. Puck put towards the net. Up to the line. Gets past Henry. Fisher to Cucinotta. Penalty has expired. We're back to five-a-side hockey. Cucinotta sidesteps one at center ice. Gets in. Takes the shot. Saved and held on there. It's number 1. Mark Stopra.
So, sorry, Ed. So I'm in the USA Hockey rulebook, and it says a minor penalty for interference shall be assessed to any player facing off who makes any physical contact with their opponent's body by means of their own body or by the stick, except in the course of playing the puck. So I think he gave him roughing, so maybe he punched him, but this is different than the NHL where you see sometimes they don't really play the puck, they just bump into each other on the face-off. You can't do that in youth hockey, so
all right.
Either way, I don't know. For those of you that like rules, there it is.
playing rough without the puck at the drop. Cucinotta behind the net. He goes all the way up looking for Brown. Cahill played him, knocked it away, goes out the center ice. Eddie Henry to it. He's got hard work there with Earhart, but Earhart's able to get it into the Kennett end. Cucinotta. Again, Earhart was in on that play. Cucinotta was finally able to skate away, goes in with speed, cuts to the middle, gets the shot and finds the corner and in. Cucinotta starts off the scoring. Just under 11 minutes here in this first period.
Yeah, he end-to-end rush there. I think that's something Kennett can exploit on this team is some of their defensemen. They're definitely not as strong as Oxford's last night. So I think if you get some speed going, take them outside, turn them around, and get some clean breaks on the goal. Cooch did that very well.
Face off there. DeWitt goes in. He catches a arm up high. I think the ref saw that. There is an arm up, delayed penalty for Ryan. So roughing is going to be the call. So Kennett now with an opportunity to go to the power play. That's number 2, Patrick Schubert. We'll have a seat for 2 minutes for roughing.
I've seen a number of Ryan players try to make hits. They've missed a few times, but I think you're going to see them trying to put some bodies on our bodies here.
Cucinotta rolls it over for Schillinger. Schillinger feeds it down to Shortledge. Try to bring it in. Fanned on the first opportunity. Colin Kelly's in the corner now. Rolls all the way through up to Cucinotta. Back to Schillinger. Takes the shot, gets in. Stopper makes that save and hangs on for the whistle. Minute 32 remaining on the Schubert minor.
I didn't see it in one of your keys to the game, Ed, but usually it's 12 shots on goal a period. I think Kennett should fire pucks here on this goalie, and haven't seen him before, but I'm thinking he's maybe not as strong as the Oxford goalie last night.
Zach Keenan had a really good game last night. Kennett set up. Fisher rolls it down for Mott. Back to Fisher. Fisher wanted to get it back to Mott. Fanned on that pass, but Cucinotta is able to keep it at the line. Back to Mott. Feeds it to Fisher down low. Fisher backhands, battle in front. Puck's covered up. There's a whistle as we reach the exact halfway point in the Kennett power play.
I'd like to see a little more cross-ice puck movement on the power play or a give and go out of the corner. I think they were thinking about it, but there was a lot of giving, but not much going.
Fisher on the near side. Touch pass there with Mott. Goes all the way across. Pass is a little too hot for Mott to handle. Gets it back to Cucinotta in the slot. Turnaround shot. Stopper got a piece of that. Fisher down for Mott. Mott goes, steps in front, tucks it in, and scores. So Mott picks up the power play goal here. Just over 9 minutes remaining in this first period to give Kennett the 2-0 lead.
Nice play by Lucas there. He had the puck in the corner, walked right out. The defenseman kind of just let him come right in front of the net. He thought he was going to go behind the net, but Lucas pivoted quickly right out in front, and the goalie didn't cover down low, and he slipped it in the far side. So
Ryan wins that face-off. Schubert goes up to Sean Schubert, number 6 and a number 2. Not sure if there's related there. Eddie Henry puts that puck up into the ceiling, so out of play.
you called number 17 earlier, Connor Lapay. Do you know that's the correct pronunciation?
I did. I remembered this time to go through the lineup with the coach to try and get correct pronunciations.
There could be a number of pronunciations there. Lappy, Lapay.
Puck goes all the way through. Shot in on Mott. He makes that save. All the way across. He's looking to get it to Brown. He's just ahead of him. Messino back the other way. Tries to get a shot off across the blue line. That's blocked into the corner. Heinzelman tries to stay with. Messino rolls off his stick. Goes down in front. Schubert with an opportunity there. Mott's able to cover up, and he'll hang on.
We had some missed defensive assignments there. A lot of open Ryan players in front of Mott. Little miscommunication, I think.
Puck knocked up to the line. It's Cahill who got a skate on it. Kept it in momentarily, but was finally forced out the neutral zone. Hayes backhands over for Cucinotta. Bounce through the middle. Good for the puck there. It's Colin Kelly who comes up with it. He's able to get it in before taking a shoulder. Cucinotta at center ice. Tried to feed it in, goes off a Ryan player, and it's finally DeWitt who gets a stick and moves it into the zone. Up to the line and finally out. LePay into the Kennett end. Backhands all the way through. Mott will put a stick on that. Cucinotta will reverse it around. Bouncing puck there for Shortledge. Finally gets to the other side to Cucinotta, who backhands up for DeWitt. DeWitt goes all the way across for Shortledge. Puck goes way up in the air. They battle bad at it. Colin Kelly across the line, but Ryan moves it to center ice. Roberts into the Kennett end. Right back to him, steps in front. Mott's able to hold the line there. Turnaround opportunity goes behind the net. Roberts up to LePay. It's Cucinotta that comes away with that puck. Gets it over to Shortledge. Shortledge to the blue line. Just kind of feathered it, but ended up coming right back to him. Near side corner. Rolled back down low. Fisher. Far side. It's got Martinez all over him there, and puck's put back down into the corner. Mitchell goes up. Fisher comes away with it. Active sticks, gets it all the way across to Heinzelman. Heinzelman will get a shot off, bounces off a few bodies, but stays wide. Back to the middle, Fisher. Bounces it up for Schillinger. He'll feed it back down low. Ganley didn't have much space there, so he'll backhand down. Mott to it. Lucas Mott back to Ganley. Ganley steps across, rolls it in the middle, gets to Mott, puts it right behind and in.
You get that replay, Ed?
I did.
That was a great play. I think it was Fisher or was it Luke Ganley? I think it was Fisher. Made a nice move. Deep Ryan player, give it to Mott. And then Luke's dad's saying it's Luke, but I think it was Ben. Well, I know Mott scored, but Luke's dad's bothering me here in the booth. We're going to have a no parent rule here soon, Ed. Anyway, I think it was Fisher or Ganley, whichever one it was. They set up Mott for a wide open play there. Mott made a good deke around the goalie, but it wouldn't have happened without the setup.
Mott's second goal tonight. Fed up to the line. Curran made a good move. Cucinotta ends up picking up the loose puck, and he'll skate out. Cross center ice over the blue line. Puts on the brakes. Waits for reinforcements. Rolls it back down low. Tried to get it to Cameron Brown. It was Cahill who had cut that off. Comes to the middle. Brown backhands a shot. It rolls in on net. Stopra struggled with it, but was eventually able to cover it up.
And is that the right pronunciation of the goalie's name?
Yes.
Stopura?
Stopra.
Stopra?
And if it's wrong, it's their coach's fault. Puck up to the blue line. Eddie Henry keeps it there. Gets a shot in on net. Stopper's able to stick that to the side. Rolled all the way up by Showers to Cucinotta. He puts one in on net. Another save by Stopra. Goes up to Cucinotta again. Keeps it in. Rolls it down low. Heggie racing to get to it. He's there with Schubert. Schubert's able to move it out to center ice. Kuchinada has to put on some moves to get around Sean Schubert. Moves ahead, steps over the blue line. Tries to make the move, but Roberts denied him that one. Rolls to Hayes. Hayes will backhand over. Kern almost had a play on that, but overskated. Puck all the way up to the blue line where Kuchinada's waiting for it. Turns around.
Kennett has all their forwards on the right half of the ice here. They need to spread out.
Colin Kelly and Schubert come together there. Puck rolls to the middle. It's LePay who comes away with it. He'll chip it off the boards and chase down himself. Gets to it, but Colin Kelly, Tommy Schillinger there. Turnaround opportunity. There from LePay. Goes just wide. Lean up against the corner there. Finally rolled behind, comes all the way near side. Earhart keeps it in. LePay tried to go up to the point, but that was cut off. Work for it in the corner, comes up to the blue line. Kept in. Schillinger goes all the way across. As Shortledge. Shortledge stripped of the puck by LePay. Puck all the way down to the Ryan end. Kennett makes some line changes.
Martinez and Heinzelman have a similar hairstyle.
You know you're going to get a text about talking about hair again.
I'm going to do it every game now because every night I get home, my wife says, "Would you quit talking about people's hair?"
So from behind, LePay's able to get a stick on it and send it down the length of the ice. Runs out of steam for icing. Mott comes out to play it, leaves it for Schillinger. Schillinger taken hard into the boards by Earhart.
Let me correct that. My wife never talks with that tone of voice that I said there. That was purely for
show of the broadcast.
Yeah.
All right.
She never sounds like that.
Turn around there from Ganley, goes down low. Has Mott behind, tries to go up for Fisher. He's marked there. Mott goes right up to Fisher, gets the shot off. Stopper's able to make that save and get the whistle. Under 2 minutes remaining in this first period. Kennett with a 3-0 lead.
Mott looked like he was thinking about doing something fancy behind the net with the Michigan or something. Caused Martinez to charge him pretty hard. We've talked about that earlier this year, right? About
kind of scooping that up. And
somebody tries to do that. I'd tell my defenseman, just charge at him, knock him down. Don't let him do that. I don't know that he was trying to do anything fancy like that, but he looked like he had the toe of his blade on the puck instead of the flat part. But
Heinzelman puts it in deep from the red line. Ryan moves it out, but Colin Kelly's there to cut it off. Steps in, knocked off of his stick. Showers tries to come in on the play, has the puck. It's knocked away from him. Henry keeps it in the zone at least momentarily. Kelly's got it. Active stick there from Schubert, knocked it off of Kelly and moved it out to the neutral zone. Heinzelman is all the way across. He was looking for another player, but they were heading off on a line change. Up through center ice. Sean Schubert across the line. Gets the shot in. Mott makes that save. Bouncing puck now sitting in the corner. Kelly rolls it all the way through traffic. Everybody kind of looked at it for a second. Messino in across the line. They say that's onside. Looked like it came out, but now it definitely came out. Heinzelman into the Ryan end. Tries to make the move. Good active stick from Cahill. Put it in the corner. Kelly gathers it up in the neutral zone. Goes over to Kuchinada, but that gets between his legs and he'll have to skate back to pick it up. Final few seconds here of this first period. Kuchinada goes all the way across. Kern has it, but it's stripped off of his stick by DeWitt. Down in the corner. There's the buzzer ending the first period. So 17 minutes in the books. Kennett with the 3-0 lead. We'll take a break for a second and be back with second period action in just a moment. Second period about to get underway here. Look in net for Kennett, as always, is number 31, Aiden Mott. He's currently looking at a 9-3 record this year. He's faced 305 shots roughly. You know, we kind of had to guess yesterday. I have to laugh as Swithin was showing the text that he's getting. Stop talking about hair. Aiden's goals against average is a 2.64, and he's got a .905 save percentage. I think we've mentioned it before that Kennett has the least amount of goals allowed in the D2 division. Referee waving hello.
To you?
No, to the fans at home.
No.
Not waving to me. Second period now underway.
This is one of the referees we had last night, and it seems like he's remembered that high school hockey they played delayed offsides because after getting scolded a few times last night.
Yeah, I know we talk about it. I can only imagine how challenging it is for a referee. Got to have a definite thought process of, okay, this is high school. They do have delayed offsides. They can ice on the power play. So Fisher gathers up in his own end. Oh, stood up at center ice. He gets up, which is good to see. That's always dangerous. Cucinato from center ice. He'll roll it in. Martinez goes all the way up the boards. Comes up to center ice. Kelly's there, had to reach for it. Ganley finally tries to get it to the line, but LePay was there. Kennett finally gets it in. Mitchell to it behind the net. Mitchell goes up to Earhart. Earhart turns with it, getting pressure. Finally moves it through center ice. Tried to get it to LePay, but Heinzelman cut that off. Heinzelman steps around one at the blue line. Chips it there, able to knock down Martinez's pass out. Kelly steals that from Roberts. They come together in the near side boards. Look for it there, up to the line. Cucinato is able to keep that in, goes down for Kelly. Kelly steps around one, tries to get to the middle, but Martinez is there to prevent that. Finally put up through the neutral zone into the Kennett end. Heinzelman goes over to Henry. Henry brings it right here in front of us, looking for Kelly. Earhart got a stick on it. Henry goes all the way up to DeWitt at the blue line. DeWitt cuts the middle, backhands over, looking for Shortledge. Shortledge gets there to it. Taken off of his stick behind the net. DeWitt knocks it back down low. Bouncing puck comes up to the line. Heinzelman puts one, goes all the way through traffic. Stopper had to be attentive for that, because I don't know how you follow that through that much traffic.
You could just put your body, make it as big as you can and close your eyes and hope it hits you.
You think goaltenders actually close their eyes when that happens?
I'm pretty sure.
Do they? I don't know.
I think not all the time, but if you watch Major League Baseball and they do the close-ups of the catcher when you're like watching a home run swings or something, right before the ball's going to hit their mitt, you can see them blink.
Oh.
I think it's just a natural, like, it might only be a millisecond, but I think it's pretty hard to keep your eyes wide open when something's coming at you super fast.
Puck down low on the Kennett end.
Not that your eyelid's going to protect you if something's going to hit you in the face, your eyelids.
Schubert given space, sent it up to Patrick Schubert, but he wasn't able to hold the line. And finally, it's Cahill who goes diagonal all the way in. Puck caught up in skates. They're trying to figure out where it's at. Finally, all the way back around, put in on net. That was number 25, Daniel Kern, with that opportunity. But Mott was ready for it. He'll cover it up. 13:22 to go here in this second period. Kennett still with the 3-0 lead.
Good catch by our cameraman, Stephen Hayes, when there was that little pushing and shoving in front of the net. One of the defensemen for the Ryan team skated in to join that, and if that happens, face-off comes out of the zone into the neutral zone. So it's try to prevent extra people from coming in and getting involved in something they shouldn't be involved in.
Pay gets that shot off, but that high riser goes up and over the net. Turn around, put in front there by Cahill. Comes all the way out. Hagee gets to it. He's got Cameron Brown coming in. Hagee across, gets the shot. Goes just wide. Brown from behind. Comes together with Schubert. They both go down. It's LePay that comes away with the puck and through the neutral zone with speed. Hayes tries to get a piece of him. Cuts into the middle. Puck still sits there. Mott's able to cover it up. They get a little extracurricular activity there in the play.
Well, Kennett should be aware. There's probably going to be some checking. It seems like Kennett's a little bit faster than Ryan as a team, and I guess there's really only two ways to slow a team down. One is skate faster, the other is run into them. I don't think they can skate any faster, so look out for the body.
Mott tried to catch a streaking Ganley. Puck ends up out of play.
A little more.
And just as you were asking, we got a text asking if you could just zoom it in just a little bit more. Puck to the blue line. Cucinotta sidesteps at center ice into the zone, takes the shot. That one goes off of Mitchell into the corner. Fisher to Cucinotta, back to Fisher. The backhand down low. Mott in his office behind, goes back to Fisher. Fisher goes to Cucinotta in the slot. Didn't get all of that and hit a body in front, comes out to the neutral zone. Fisher in across the line, cuts to the middle. Gets it to Mott. Mott goes right back, sits there. And it's Sean Schubert who comes away with the puck and skates through the neutral zone. Puck goes just wide. Mott was there. Second opportunity comes. Martinez puts a shot that hits traffic in front. Roberts all the way over. Sean Schubert tries to get the shot off. That one deflected and goes high. Fisher tries to go near side. Mott's there, moves all the way up. Ganley with a step in the zone. Scott takes the shot. That goes wide. Mott picks it up, tries to go to Cucinotta coming through the middle. He couldn't get a stick on that, so out in the neutral zone. Fisher, center ice, in across the blue line. Drops it for Mott. Mott gives it to Cucinotta. He goes all the way across. Had Ganley goes in and goes in the net.
Nice passing there. Cucinotta to Ganley to Fisher. Very quick one-touch passes It's really hard to defend. See if I have that right. Mott. Tap back to Cucinotta. Seam pass across to Ganley. One touch to Fisher on the back door. Nice play.
Just under 11 minutes to go in this second period. Kennett takes the 4-0 lead over Archbishop Ryan. Puck in the middle. Earhart chips and chases. Tries to get a step around Henry. Goes in on net. Gets a second opportunity, and it goes in. Only caught the celebration on that one. I was a little too slow.
Yeah. That was a good break by Earhart. I think this game, the danger for Kennett is to kind of skate a little less hard, thinking, oh, we're up by 4 goals, but still got to play the right way and make sure you're not giving up chances. The other way.
Puts it in, rolls off the outside of the net. Cahill rolls it around. Krieger put it back down low. Shortledge. With Kelly behind the net. Trying to dig the puck off the outside there. All the way up for Hayes. This doesn't have a lane to shoot in, so banks it off the boards, back down behind the net. DeWitt. So back for Shortledge, gets by him. Kelly's there with a turnaround opportunity. That one goes wide. Henry takes the shot, hits just the outside of the net. Looked like he was trying to thread the needle on that one. Kelly along the boards, he's got it all tied up. Puck finally comes over. Eddie Henry there, he takes the shot, bouncing puck, again, just on the outside of the net. Backhand opportunity there from DeWitt. Stopper is able to get that one covered up and will gladly take the whistle.
Back to the last goal for Kennett. I think one of the things that the freshman line does really well, they anticipate or know where each other is going to be, and it looks like they already know what they're going to do with the puck before they get it. So, for example, puck goes on Ganley's stick. He already knows that Fisher's open on the back door, and he knows I'm just going to tap it right to him. He doesn't catch it and then think about it and try to stick handle. That makes a huge difference.
Puck pops up and out of play. Coach Richmond goes back to retrieve it. Giving some instruction there. Wasn't sure if it was that or if he was just talking to the refs.
Probably both.
Neutral zone face-off finally dug out. That's Roberts. Schillinger goes over for Cucinotta. He goes up, looking for Showers, goes off of his stick. Finally put in the Kennett zone by Messino. Cucinotta in the corner. Goes rink wide all the way over. Nobody was there. It's Martinez who puts it back the other direction, but from his side of the red line, so icing is whistled. Both teams take an opportunity, change players. Freshman line comes out. Lucas Mott centering Ganley and Fisher. With Cucinotta and Schillinger, the defense pair. Schillinger, shot there, bounces, just goes wide. Clear attempt, finally comes up and over the line. Cucinotta is able to gather up at center ice. Backhand over for Ganley, and he'll finish and putting it deep. Mott racing to it. Taken away from him by Patrick Schubert. Goes up to the line, but Schillinger's able to keep it there. Rolls it back down low. Mott shields it, puts it right through. Shot opportunity, it goes in.
Finally, Ganley puts the puck in the net. I'm saying that. I'm standing next to Luke's dad here. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but no, good pass out of the corner by Mott. Luke's right there on the far post. Nobody covering him. Fed it through the defense, and he buried it. Nice play.
Just over 8 minutes now to go in this second period. Kennett with a pretty commanding 5-1 lead over Archbishop Ryan. Cahill goes all the way through, finds Earhart, goes in on net. Aiden's able to squeeze that and hang on. Face off to the left of Mott. Ryan wins that. Cahill tried to get the shot, hit something, ended up going wide. Forced out to the neutral zone. Patrick Schubert leaned on there by Lucas Mott. They come back together. Goes back in offsides. They need to touch up. Cahill from behind his net. It's all the way up to center ice. Eddie Henry's over there. Nice feed over to Ganley. Ganley steps in, takes the shot, hits a body, and stays in the corner. Ganley gets it over to the point. Huntsman got it back to Ganley. Fisher goes to him again. Tries to take the shot. That one's deflected up and over the net. Mott from behind. Comes up the boards. Earhart's able to help move it out to center ice where Krieger tried to get a stick on it. Knocked around and finally goes back into the Ryan end. Cahill along the boards. Nice feed to the middle to Earhart. Earhart tried to cut into the center, but Heinzelman with an active stick there. Mott from center ice. Along the line, Fisher will backhand in and head off on a change. Mitchell comes up to the circle, goes all the way through. Gets tipped, so no icing as Heinzelman goes back to pick it up from behind his net. So reverse back. Earhart got that away from him and forces it back down low. Heinzelman and Earhart. Henry pulls it away from both. Tries to cut to the middle, knocked off of his stick. Still sitting right in the slot. They battle for it and finally moved out to center ice. DeWitt with a step in front. Gets taken down. Everybody goes into the net. We'll wait and see if there's anything happening here. DeWitt was put into the net by Martinez, and both of them went into Stopra.
I don't see the referee's arm up, so I don't think he's calling a penalty.
DeWitt's grabbing his head. Hopefully he's all right. I know he may have bumped his noggin along the net going in. Coach Don over there talking to him. Gets to his feet, good to see.
It's a nice gesture by Lapé there. I think he gave DeWitt a little pat on the side and said, either he said, maybe he cursed under his breath, but looked like he was giving him like, hey man, I'm glad you're okay. Could have been dangerous, but I think DeWitt's okay here.
Got him to the bench. Coach is checking him out.
I think the coaches are wondering why there's not a penalty on that play.
Waiting to see who comes out. So Kelly, Shortledge, and Cucinotta up front with Heinzelman and Matthew Hayes defense pair. Puck goes all the way the length of the ice. Mott comes out to play that. He'll set it up for Hayes. Hayes goes to Heinzelman. Touch pass for Cucinotta. All the way across for Shortledge. He's to reach out to get a touch on it. Gets to it behind the net. Goes off his stick. Cucinotta's first one to it. Goes up to the point. Heinzelman back to Cucinotta. Goes all the way to the near side. Encino is there to pick it up. Sino hard off the glass to the middle. Heinzelman leaned on by Schubert. Kelly pulls it out, steps across the line. Back to Kuchnata. Fedit just rolls in. Stopper was able to cover that up right in front of him and hang on.
88, touched your goalie.
Steven, I don't think we need to start any of that. Matthew's already have enough penalties this year. He doesn't need any more. Steven's telling Matthew that number 88 touched our goalie. He's trying to egg on his brother to use vigilante justice here.
Up to the point. Heinzelman tried to get it to Heggie. It's forced back out to the middle. Heinzelman will backhand in.
I think what actually happened to start it was that I think Mott initiated that contact. He skates way out of his crease and tries to distract the players from forechecking the defenseman. And I don't know. I have to see the replay, but
battle for the puck right here in front of us along the boards. Finally goes all the way across. Hagee's first one to it. Through center ice. Puts on the brakes at the blue line. Faked everybody out. Goes in offsides. Delayed offsides. So they need to touch back up. And they're good now. Earhart all the way through. Tries to cut to the middle. Mott chops it away. Brown backhands up the boards. Showers takes a swing at it. Puck still sitting there. Showers will go up to the point again. Ooh. Cahill took a shot there.
About 20 feet wide.
Take a few heads off with that one. Schillinger goes all the way up to the middle. Showers at the blue line. Tried to get to the puck, ended up skating in, but puck moved back out. Heinzelman rolls it in deep. Schubert off the boards, but Fisher gets that. Fisher takes the shot, high riser, misses the net. Schillinger tried to come over and keep it in, but got by him. Kuchnata has to retreat all the way back down in front of Mott. Gather up and skate out. Kuchnata with speed across the blue line. Makes the move, puts on the brakes in the corner. Up to Ganley. Ganley skates in, takes the shot, goes all the way in. Stopper is able to make that save and hang on.
You can see by some of the body language with Ryan, they're getting a little frustrated and a little bit tired of playing defense. They're kind of looking up at the sky and shoulders look hunched over. I think Kennett here keep pushing and just get a few more goals, get Kennett's confidence up, but
turnaround shot there by Eddie Henry goes in. Not sure if that was deflected by anything in front. Bouncing puck takes it. I think they're, at least from the sounds of them out there, that they were crediting Eddie with that goal, but not sure.
Sounds like the intel I'm getting is that they gave the goal to Mott. He deflected it. If that's so, that's his third.
So that'll be a hat trick for Mott today if he gets that last goal.
See if they gave it to Lucas or Aiden. They're having trouble on the score sheets giving goals to the goalie instead of the center.
Kuchnata from behind. Stays with it. He'll roll it back down low. Mott from behind the net. Tries to feed it out in front. Goes off a body. It's Fisher's able to pick it up. Fisher skates up. Goes all the way across for Henry. And he takes a shot. That goes deflected into the near corner. Mott to it again. Once again from behind. Skates over. Leaned on by Martinez. Tied up in skates, finally comes up along the boards. And it's Krieger who moves it out the center ice. Roberts racing over to it. Battles with Kuchnata. Nate Martinez come together along the boards there.
I think Roberts is their backup goalie. I can tell that because I'm looking at the sheet, but I'm also looking at his jersey. He has giant sleeves, which is usually the goalie cut to fit over the equipment. He looks like a bat out there.
Ganley given some space. Circles back, still with it. Cuts to the middle, a lot open. Chabite takes the shot. Stopper with a big save. Fisher. Chip that at the line. Fed all the way across. He's looking to get it to Roberts, but Hayes first one to it. Hayes off the boards. Colin Kelly gathers up at center ice and skates in. Cahill's able to knock that away from him and into the corner. Kelly stays with it. Bodies come together in front. Shortledge moves it up to Hayes. Hayes tries to feather one in. Good read there from Stopper to blocker that down. Final 30 seconds of this second period. Puck off the boards and rolls all the way on edge, all the way down. And that'll be icing. My clock catch up. I think I missed something at one point. It was a few seconds off. There we go.
Pretty close. Does your clock have tenths of a second?
No.
Possible upgrade, Ed.
Puck all the way near side. Up to Hayes, the line. He feeds it down. Kelly tried to get a stick on it, but it's moved up to the line. Good keep there from Schillinger. Final 10 seconds of the second period. Put through the neutral zone all the way down. Mott comes out to send it up to Hayes. Hayes will just hang on, wait for the buzzer, and that'll end the second period. So 2 periods now complete. Kennett leads Archbishop Ryan by a score of 6-1. And as we said early on with our keys of the game, this is brought to you by High Impact Fitness. High Impact Fitness is located in the shops of Longwood, directly across from Go Green and Clean Car Wash, near the Walmart in Kennett Square. High Impact is a 24/7 facility with contactless sign-up. Using the QR code on your screen, Kennett students and their families can get a special discount of just $25 a month. No startup fees. Come join High Impact Fitness and get in shape today.
Do you, would you consider selling ads or giving away ad spaces to other businesses?
Of course. I know we always talk that we're always looking for craft service, so we can always be fed. We'll take this opportunity too. Here we'll roll through the roster for Kennett. There along the bottom of your screen, there's our seniors we recognized last night. There's the 5 in the junior class. The 3 sophomores. And then, as we've said several broadcasts before, very large freshman class here at Kennett hockey team. So if anybody at home's watching, knows any upcoming freshmen next year, or anyone currently at Kennett High School who's interested in hockey, have them send us a message. Kuchnada from behind his net. Trying to send it up. Hickey backhands over, is looking for Kelly, but that was out of his reach. Shortledge to it. He overskates that. Ryan sends it back through. Touch from Hagee to Kuchnada to Heinzelman. Heinzelman gets to Shortledge. Hang on to that pass, and it's Sean Schubert who goes in. It rolls in on Mott. He'll cover up and take that whistle.
For any of you out there, I'm trying to diagnose Shortledge's problem. He misses the puck an awful lot. Like, I think his stick, it's like he's an inch or two above the puck, and he just gives it away. So I think he needs to keep his stick on the ice more. I don't know what, he doesn't really have a reason, but if anybody can help us, please do.
Mott was there, gets it. Stopper came out to make the play, but couldn't get a glove on it. Nothing happened there. Shot in on net on Mott. He makes that save. And it's Sean Schubert with that opportunity. Up to the line. They're able to keep it there. Cucinotta and Messino come together. Shot put towards the net. Heinzelman and Kern came together and went to the near corner. Heinzelman behind the net. Steps to the middle, rolls it up for Mott. Drop for Fisher. Fisher in of the blue line. He's got Brown cut into the net. Gets it back all the way across. Stopper makes that save, rolls out. Messino is able to pick it up. Moves across the blue line through center ice with speed. Good chip of off the boards right to himself. Cuts behind, puts on the brakes. Feeds it over. Good. Get there to Earhart. They battle for it. Puck still loose. Behind the net. Earhart puts it behind. Kern goes back to get to it. Holds it in the corner. Ganley's able to pick it up. He's got some space. Turnover there. Shot hits the boards. Eddie Henry picks it up. Goes off a stick. Tried to get it to Witt. Good to see him on the ice. Showers over the blue line. Feeds it to Ganley. Good defensive play there by Martinez to knock it away from Ganley. Martinez puts it in, puts the shot towards the net. Looks like it was going to be on the outside, but Mott there to make a play. Hayes sidesteps one. Knocked away from him from Earhart and put right back in the Kennett end. Mott sets it up behind for Henry. Over to Ganley. Ganley goes rink wide, goes off a Schillinger skate. Ryan moves it to center ice. Puck bouncing around. It's finally Martinez who picks it up at the blue line and goes across center ice. Chipped in just on the outside of the net. Heinzelman gathers up, skates around. Comes together with Earhart. Shot goes through the crease all the way across. Colin Kelly blows the tires. He tried to pick that up. Heinzelman chips at the center ice. Patrick Schubert's there. Knocked away from him. Back and forth. Shortledge with it. Off the boards to Colin Kelly. Colin across the line. Cuts around one, but swatted away from him by Cahill. Batted around by a few. Shortledge tried to get a shot there, but took the shoulder. Along the boards, I think he was able to get it to Colin. That was knocked away from him. All the way across. Good play there by Schillinger. Colin puts it into the slot. Nothing but red jerseys there. They move it back out to center ice. Knocked away from Heinzelman. 2-on-1 for Ryan. In all the way across. Fed right back. Somehow that stays out of the net.
Wow. Lapé had a wide open net. Missed it. He just missed it.
Shortledge takes one down, and he's going to take the tripping penalty for that.
It's, I don't know if Shortledge took 29 down or 17, but whichever one he didn't take down came over to him and started to try to give him the business. And I think Tate probably said, "Hey, man, like, I don't want any trouble." And the kid just kind of like stopped. So.
Now, was that how he said it? Hey, man.
Well, he probably mumbled and he didn't understand what he said, but he probably looked in his face and figured this kid's not going to do anything, so I'm just going to leave him alone.
Power play opportunity for Archbishop Ryan. Cucinotta tried to clear that, hit a few bodies. It finally goes across the blue line to center ice. Fisher will skate back. Had Messino there with him, but was able to get it over to Cucinotta. He goes to the middle for Mott. Mott at center ice. Skates in the zone, tried to make the move, knocked away from him, but gets right back to him. Mott feeds to Fisher. Fisher right in front, but couldn't really get a clean shot off. Cucinotta rolls it back down for Fisher. Fisher steps around one in the corner. Just trying to play keep away. Finally gotten away from him by Martinez. They battle for it there. And finally Stopper is able to cover it up and get the whistle. Good kill there from Kennett. Minute and 1 second remaining on the tripping call to Shortledge. Rolled back down behind. Ganley racing over to it. Ryan finally looks to come out the center ice. Bouncing puck there. Kennett's able to keep it away. DeWitt. The puck from behind. He rolls it up to Henry at the corner. He'll take a swat at that. It goes in on Stopper. Cover up. 29 seconds still left on the Shortledge tripping call.
Henry's had a lot of shots from the point, it seems, tonight, Ed.
You know what that means?
Yeah. Yes, I think we're getting some responses to help Tate not overskate the puck or keep the puck on his stick. So thank you for those ideas.
Ganley tries to take the shot there, but that was blocked in front by Schubert. Rolled back around. Cahill goes up the line to Earhart. Goes back to Schubert, blows a tire, and DeWitt tried to capitalize on it, but couldn't get there in time. Schubert goes all the way around. Earhart's there with it. Ganley was with him, forces him to skate down low. Earhart from the corner. Given some space. Finally goes back up to Patrick Schubert. He'll feed it ahead for LePay. LePay tried to cut to the middle, but Colin Kelly's stick forced it back out to the neutral zone. Bouncing puck to the line. Kelly goes down to a knee. A few arms went up in the stands, but none on the ice, so nothing there. They work for it in the corner. Cucinotta digging for it, finally rolls up along the near side boards. Nobody was at the point, so Schillinger has to go all the way back to his zone to pick it up. Schillinger tried to get it over for the Hagee. Ends up on Colin Kelly's stick. He'll chip it ahead to the near corner. Cucinotta there with Martinez, skates away from him. Rolls it back down for Kelly, gets by him. Shortledge has it along the boards. Goes up to Schillinger. He puts it back down for Colin. Tried to get it through, was looking for Hagee, but Ryan Sticks prevented that pass. Schillinger kept it in momentarily, but it finally comes out. Sean Schubert in, gets the shot off and finds the corner. Great shot there from Sean Schubert.
Did that hit Hayes' stick, or was that a...
And it just looked like a good shot. So just over 8 minutes. Ryan gets second goal of the night. Make this game 6-2. Puck goes up to the blue line. Heinzelman was in the neutral zone, couldn't get there to keep it in. Backhands over. Fisher tried to get it over. Mott was looking for Brown, sitting right on the doorstep. Near side board gets by Fisher. They dig for it right in front of the penalty box. Only in across the line. Heinzelman, cross center ice, in the zone. Couldn't get that past Mitchell. Along the boards. Puck into the Kennett end. Heinzelman banks it ahead. Martinez picks it up. Looked to go all the way across for Cahill, but that was behind him, and it's Fisher. To Mott. Mott gets it all the way over for Brown, and Brown tucks it in for the goal. Cameron Brown buries it to give Kennett the 7-2 lead.
Let's go, Cam!
Well, I think Mott's been trying to find Brown this third period. He made a nice step around the defender, and Cameron's right on the far post and tapped it in. Great pass by Mott. Good finish by Cameron. I think that's Cameron's first goal of the year.
That is.
Wonder if they scooped the puck out of the net and gave it to the coach for a souvenir. First varsity goal.
Puck chipped up. That goes up into the bench of Ryan. So we'll whistle that dead.
So now I think there's only 4 Kennett players left that have not scored this year. I think one of them is Matthew Hayes. I say that because his brother Steven is here. I wanted to see if I could get a reaction. He's focused on doing the video, so he's not not listening. I'm trying to give Steven something to rib his brother about.
Cucinotta puts it in from the red line. DeWitt over to it. Earhart tries to spin around. Ganley ends up coming away with it. Ganley makes the move, gets the top crossbar. Great shot there from Ganley, but just a bit too high. Up to Byrne. She moves it out the center ice where Eddie Henry gathers up. Goes over looking for Ganley, was just out of his reach. Comes back over. Earhart steps in the zone, tries to get a shot off. Eddie Henry got a stick on that, so it goes up and out of play.
Yeah, he's not much of a goal scorer. Look at the penalty in minutes. That's what you're missing.
So
I was showing the stat sheet to Stephen Hayes, and he was remarking on Matthew's low point total, but he said, that's okay, he leads the team in penalty minutes.
That's his strength. Shorledge makes the move across the line, knocked away from him, but Colin Kelly's there. Colin Kelly goes down awkwardly, but jumps back up. Referee's got his arm up, and cross-check is going to be the call. Hence the reason why Colin went down a little awkward. So number 7, Logan Roberts. Nope, no, number 17. Sorry, I missed the 1. Connor LePay will have a seat for 2 minutes. Cross-checking is the call. Kennett goes to the power play. Showers on the face-off, got it over to Brown. Hayes tried to come in to keep it in, but finally pushed out to the neutral zone. Breakaway opportunity here for Messino. Steps in, gets the shot, and raises the water bottle to get the short-handed goal.
It was I don't know what happened on the defense, but that was a nice finish by Messino. Messino, his 4th goal of the year. That shot, you'd think he could have more than that. That was a well-placed rocket shot in the corner.
So 7-3 now. Kennett lead. Just under 6 minutes to go here in the third period. A little extra jump in their step there from Ryan after that goal. Ganley across the line, all the way over for Mott. Mott tries to get the shot, but good save there by Stopra. Mott drops it down. Fisher surveys, rolls it down low for Mott. Gets back to Fisher. To Mott. They play catch. Back again to Mott. That was just beyond his stick, so Has to go retrieve it from behind the net. Back to Ben Fisher. Knocked away from him. That was Mitchell. But Ganley gathers it from the far side. Back to Mott from behind. Rolls it right through the slot. Fisher couldn't get a stick on it. Heinzelman tries to put it in front, but it hits a body. Mott with it again. 48 seconds on the LePay minor. Knocked away. Opportunity there. Sean Schubert steps in, gets the step, gets the shot, hits the pipe. Another shorthanded opportunity for Archbishop Ryan, but that one caught iron. All the way to Cucinotta. He steps in, gets in, takes a big shot. Stopper makes that save. Fisher at the blue line. Goes back for Mott. In the corner. Ganley tried to get to it, but that's Messino who moves it out the center ice. Fisher goes in, gets taken down by Messino. Nothing called there. Oh, huge hit from behind there on Mott.
I think that's going to be a 2 and a 10. I think they called checking from behind there. It's automatic. 10-minute misconduct.
So Swithin is correct on that one. Messino gets the check from behind. So that's pretty much it for him for the game with just over 4 minutes remaining in this one.
Ryan needs to put somebody in the penalty box to serve the 2 minute here.
So that's what the referee's waiting. Sean Schubert comes over here to join what's now a crowded penalty box, at least for the next 6 seconds, which is when the pay will get released. Puck up to Henry at the line. He goes over to Cucinotta. Nate takes the shot. Stopper makes the save. LePay is out. Eddie Henry puts it in on net. LePay is able to make the save and then cover up. And hang on.
Patrick Schubert for Ryan. He made sure Hagee didn't get any swings at his goalie, and then he put both his arms up in the air to show the referee, I'm not doing anything, so don't think about calling anything.
Henry went down the short ledge, back to Henry. He tries to take the shot, but that was blocked in front by Earhart. Comes out the center ice. Cucinotta has it there. Nate Cucinotta. LePay gives pressure, rolls it up. Good feed across there from Shortledge to Colin Kelly. Colin goes back in the middle looking for Shortledge. Hagee got a stick on it, but too many red jerseys in front there. Hagee backhand still into the traffic. Shortledge gets to it. He banks it up ahead for Cucinotta. Cooch puts it to the middle. Good deflection there by Colin. But Stopper was ready for that. He's able to keep it out of the net.
That was a nice stick there by Colin. Great deflection. That's what you want. A lot of times on power plays with shots from your point, you don't necessarily want your defenseman to shoot to score. You want to have them put pucks on your forward stick so they can deflect them, and it's just what happened there. Great play.
In the corner, rolls all the way near side. LePay's given some space. Able to skate out, almost got a stick on that with Showers. Bouncing puck at the center ice. Gets by, that's Martinez. Gets the angle shot in. Mott's able to stay right with that. Schillinger all the way across to Ganley. Ganley across the line with speed. Down low. Looked to feed it to the middle, but Martinez was there to stop that. Gets it up to the line. Schillinger's able to keep it. Back to Ganley. Pop fly goes all the way to the other side. Matthew Hayes there with it. Kids at the Schillinger. Schillinger puts it in on net, deflected off of one of the Ryan players, so it was trickles in, but Stopper covers up. 2:14 is the official game clock time remaining. 10 seconds on the remaining time for the Kennett power play. Puck up to the line, but Schillinger gloves that down. Gets it to DeWitt in the corner. DeWitt goes right into the slot. Bouncing puck sits there. Finally knocked over. Showers still bouncing around. DeWitt goes over. Ganley fans on that shot. Schillinger puts it into traffic, hits a body there over to Hayes. Power plays expired. 5-a-side hockey. Schillinger rolls it, but LePay's there with it. Witt puts it back down low. Schillinger again at the line. Roll it around behind. Gets by DeWitt. Showers to it, up to the line. Ganley rolls it back. Hayes. Player goes down, and Hayes doesn't go to the box. Not that he did anything wrong, but usually he just goes to the box anyway. Puck goes all the way down for an icing. Just over a minute remaining in this one.
So I think if I picture the Hayes brothers, and I'll include Steven in this. In the old days when you go to the post office and you'd see like pictures of the most wanted criminals, I think in the referee changing room there's a picture of the Hayes boys, and it's like, be aware of these two kids. They're going to take penalties.
Case study. Center ice at Kuchnata with it. He drifts back into his zone. Along the boards goes to Heinzelman in the middle. Final minute of this game. Mott, the blue line, has some space, banks it up for Heinzelman. Heinzelman steps in, looked to take a shot, really couldn't get much on that. Ryan's able to bat it out to center ice. Heinzelman's got to go back to retrieve. Heinzelman to Fisher. Fisher leaned on there by Krieger. Mott at the blue line. Puck bounces up to the middle. Krieger overstepped that, so Fisher's gets some push from behind. Up to the blue line with Kuchnata. Kuchnata will feed it down. Was looking for Brown one more time, but not before time runs out. So at the end of this one, Kennett ends up on top by a score of 7-3. I don't think I've said it in a while, and not that it really has any bearing, but we've got more and more people watching, so just because it sounds official, all rights to this broadcast are reserved. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of Kennett Hockey is expressly prohibited. They'll all come together for the handshake at the end of the game, which will be the first of many in the next few games with these players. Because again, we have our next game, which is this Friday the 27th against this same Archbishop Ryan team. That's up at Ice Line, and that's a late one. That's at 9:30 at night. If you can make it in person, we invite everybody to come out. If not, we'll have our broadcast as usual. So for our step-in cameraman, Stephen Hayes, Swith and Shortledge, I'm Ed Henry. Have a good night, and we'll see you on Friday.